got a question for my Torah observant friends.
Hello, brother. I've come to offer an olive branch. I want to look at this word worshipped. You've kind of skipped over it. Let's see what the word actually means. When they saw Yeshua, they bowed down and they worshipped him, meaning a derivative, meaning to kiss like a dog, licking his master's hand, to fawn or crouch, that is, to prostrate oneself in homage, to do reverence, to adore. And then worship is kind of thrown on the end there. In the Greek lexicon, it says to kiss the hand, a token of reverence, fall on the knees and touch the ground with the forehead. Prostrate, do homage, to make obeisance. Homage shown to men of superior rank. To kiss like a dog, licking his master's hand. So you've created a false dichotomy where you say either he is the Father or they were worshiping an idol. You've missed the full meaning of the word, which is to simply pay homage to a person of great authority. We know that the Son comes in the Father's authority, and there's so many references in Scripture to men of righteousness bowing down to those who have been placed in authority over them. 1 Samuel 24:8, David arose and went out of the cave and called after Saul, saying, "My Lord and King." And when Saul looked behind him, David bowed with his face to the ground and prostrated himself. Does that mean that David was worshiping an idol in that moment? Absolutely not. He was simply showing honor to the person that Yahweh had placed in charge of him at that moment. David recognized that Saul was bearing the name of Yahweh and the authority of Yahweh, even though he wasn't righteous. And so he was bowing in obeisance and homage to that man who was placed in authority. We know that Yeshua is in the authority of the Father. He carries the name of the Father. Therefore, the disciples are bowing in homage and obeisance to this man who is placed in authority over them. I really feel that the English language is failing us in our modern texts because the word worship means something very specific in English, but the specific meaning in English is not held by the text. So yes, they were bowing in homage to Yeshua, but they were not worshiping him. The Father tells us exactly what worship is in the Bible. The book of Leviticus is full of rules and regulations for worshiping the Father. None of those were performed when the disciples bowed before Yeshua. So there is a third option, and I think you missed it because maybe you just didn't want to see it. I would encourage you to reread the text and do deep word studies to find out what the origins and uses of these words were originally. Thank you. Shalom.